This is 1360 AM. WNJC, Washington Township, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's Renaissance radio station. Brought to you from Forsyth Broadcasting. Or listen to us at WNJCradio.com.
Okay, everyone. It's time to put on your listening ears, thinking caps, and laughing shoes. It's time for the Doc and Amy Show with your sweethearts of the airwaves who agree to disagree. Well, sometimes. Take it away, Doc and Amy.
Feel blame?
No.
Feel remedy?
Oh, yeah.
Are you mad?
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like Woods Bob Referendus? Get Freddy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, there you go, and we're celebrating a very Manson Christmas here today. It's
delightful.
That was a little Charles Manson mashup. Thank you, Jeff Brown, for that. This is the Doc and Amy Show. It's 5 o'clock again, right here, as a matter of fact, not just somewhere. And we are, I have no idea what I'm saying, we are here waiting for your calls at 856 227-1360.
Wow.
I gave away a different phone number last week.
Yeah, he did.
I'm an idiot. So that is 856-227-1360. You can call us and be part of this frivolity. You can also follow us on the World Wide Web, www.thedocandamyshow.com. We have a contest up there that's right on it. It's the very end, so we'll give you a chance to participate in that if you like. There's all kinds of information on our website, and you can also tweet us at Doc and Amy Show.
Very good.
Hey,
I'm
see?
so proud of you. Wow.
I don't even twit, John, but I got that one right this week. So we are here today, a full crowd, so to speak. We have John. How you doing, John?
How's it going, everyone?
Excellent. That's John,
Lovely.
our producer. He is the current reigning champ of the two people, one quote, which we'll get into later.
Can I interrupt you just since you were talking about tweeting?
You're going to ask permission this time.
No,
okay.
I read this on BuzzFeed about this woman. She is she was some type of manager at a PR firm, a marketing firm, and she was flying from somewhere in Europe to somewhere, I think in South Africa. Mm-hmm. And she tweets right before she gets on the plane, heading to South Africa, I hope I don't get AIDS. Ha ha, just kidding. I'm white. Okay? Mm-hmm. Then she hops on the plane. It was like an 8. John's looking at me like, seriously? Not really.
Yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So she hops on the plane to take this like 8-hour flight. Okay? Well, there were only 200 people followed her. Well, one of those people sent it to somebody, and then it got to the right person who had a ton of followers.
Yes.
It blew up. It was all over the world, all over the place, hundreds of thousands of tweets. People are freaking out, like, are you kidding me? Meanwhile, and so somebody creates a hashtag, and I forget what this woman's name was. I think it was Jeanette or something. Hashtag, when will Jeanette land? So this all happened while she was in the air, and she didn't have Wi-Fi. So she didn't know what was going on, and she landed, and she was like, OMG.
She had no more career.
She already had no career, no job, and everybody on the face of the earth hated her guts. So, yeah, that was pretty bad.
If that's the best you can do for judgment on a public forum, maybe you ought to be waiting.
Yeah, that's just pure. I mean, it's not even funny. Like, there are jokes, like, there are jokes about stereotypes about anybody, and a lot of the comedians, 50% of what they joke about is stereotypes. Well, it's funny. Yeah, right. We like to laugh at how stupid we are as humans for some of the stereotypes that we are. It's true, and it makes us laugh.
Keeps you laughing, doesn't it?
We realize how dumb we are. Mm-hmm. But that wasn't even...
We just got past the Santa Claus is white thing, and now she has to go crazy with her
that was,
little tweeting
I just read the whole thing on BuzzFeed, like all the tweets back and forth and the timeline of how it happened. It was pretty interesting. So,
thank you, darling. Well,
I just had to mention that because you were talking about tweets. So
right. Thanks for reminding me because I forgot where I was in in my part of the show, which is probably now over. Anyway, you can call us and interrupt me as well. 856-227-1360. We do have some prepared things today. We're celebrating Christmas, and we'd certainly like to have you call in and maybe tell us your Christmas horror stories. Gifts that went awry, flaming Christmas trees,
Crazy in-laws.
Yes. Well,
Or outlaws.
You just gave me like 7 ideas. Boom,
Or
right there.
exes. Yeah, anything.
Yes. So we certainly welcome that. We were going to have a guest today. They
got run over by a reindeer.
They did. On the way to Grandma's house. They are MIA, so screw them. So we are going to move right along. Now, Amy and John, for those of you who are
We're doing this already. It
avid
always takes me
followers
by
of the
surprise.
show, we have an hour. Okay,
Okay.
we got to move along.
Okay.
We have been doing since almost the very first Doc and Amy show this little.
It actually started in June, but proceed.
You got any other tweet stories you can step all over my lines with? We've been doing this since June.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who have been keeping up, like I have, it's called Two People, One Quote, and Amy supplies a quote, and she challenges John to determine out of 2 choices who is the actual author of that quote. So I dearly love this segment. It's very exciting. Amy has some Christmassy kind of stuff for you today, John. I'm looking forward to it. Now, I don't very often really get into hear all of this ahead of time. So I'm prepared this time. And I didn't do too badly myself. So we'll see how you do. Currently, John is up 1 on Amy. He won last week. So we will see if he's going to continue that streak. So I will let you take it away, Amy.
Okay.
2 people, 1 quote.
Okay, first quote. Mail your packages early so the post office can lose them in time for Christmas. Was that Johnny Carson or Jay Leno?
I'm going to say Jay Leno.
It was actually Johnny Carson.
Oh, all right. Amy swoops into it.
Whenever he gets the first one wrong, I always lose.
Oh, okay. Well,
I've noticed that.
yeah,
So
try not to move the machine. There.
I'll move the machine if I want to. Okay.
So we
Quote
can use
number 2.
audio again. Thank you very much, darling.
Quote number 2. Santa is very jolly because he knows where all the bad girls live. Love that one. Was that Jimmy Kimmel or Dennis Miller?
Can you say it one more time?
Santa is very jolly because he knows where all the bad girls live.
Jimmy Kimmel.
It was actually Dennis Miller.
Ooh, ladies
I'm going
and
to be
gentlemen.
getting a little early Christmas gift here today, people.
Amy has been practicing at home on her own time.
Practicing what?
Just let me finish a sentence.
Oh,
will you?
okay.
She currently has two children's. Not yet a starter here. It's still anyone's game.
It is.
I always enjoy when we come to the tie. For the last question, that's always exciting.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
We'll see if
and
that
help you
happens
out.
again.
So here we
see
go.
what you have.
Okay, number 3. The one thing that women don't want to find in their stockings Christmas morning is their husbands. I thought that was funny. Joan Rivers or Roseanne Barr?
Joan Rivers.
It was.
yes.
See,
All
here
right.
we go. Here we go.
There we go. John has
Setting it up
redeemed
and knocking
himself. He's
down.
on the board.
Yep.
So still anybody's game.
Okay. Christmas is the time of year that people of all religions come together to worship Jesus Christ. Was that Bart Simpson or Conan O'Brien?
I'm going to say Bart Simpson.
You're right. See, you got
See,
your wish.
All right. Now, see, ladies and gentlemen, John is ever the competitor. He lets Amy, come out of the chute and gives her
He
a couple.
lets me. Yeah, I'm real sure.
Gives her a little head start there, and then he
Okay.
swoops in for the kill. Now
All
it
right,
is 2
this
to
is
2.
it. Here
This
we
is
go.
the tiebreaker. Very exciting.
Okay. This past Christmas, I told my girlfriend months in advance that all I wanted for Christmas was an Xbox. That's it. End of list. You know what she got me? A homemade frame with a picture of us on our first date, which is fine because I got her an Xbox. Was that Anthony Jeselnik or Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart.
It was Anthony Jeselnik.
Amy pulls
And
ahead
he
for the
said
win.
to me, you shouldn't pick that quote. He's going to know it's Anthony Jeselnik. He's going to know. And you were wrong.
Well, like that's rare. Okay, very exciting game, ladies
rare?
and gentlemen. Amy has.
Wow, now we're tied.
She's come up to a tie position with
Yeah.
John.
Yeah.
They have been competing at this, just tooth and nail for the entire run of the Doc and Amy show, and that's what I'm going to stick with.
Okay, I'll stick with that.
Since the early 50s.
All 12 weeks of it.
Yes.
I think there's a couple weeks we forgot to like keep score and stuff because we did it more than 12 times, but that's okay.
Whatever. Okay. You'll have to, I'm sorry about that. I've been troubled with some sort of virus that won't let go.
It's gotten a lot better.
Yes,
though.
I do
You
have
are
a
1,000 times
sort of
better.
a voice now.
Yeah, you do.
A little gravelly still.
Yeah, a little
Can you hear me over there, John?
I hear you
All right,
perfect.
just fine. Okay. We do have some things that we have prepared. Some little goodies
Christmas
for our
stuff.
Christmas show.
Yeah.
And we urge you to give us a call and share with us at 856-227-1360 or 1360, as Amy would say. We love to hear from the folks out there listening. So you can share with us whatever you like and celebrate Christmas with us right here, the last show before Christmas. So we're kind of packing it all in here today.
Yep.
Yeah. Lots of Christmas stuff going on. Now, you said you had... And this is totally news to me, that you had some wacky, goofy, cheesy Christmas jokes or something.
I have 12 cheesy Christmas jokes.
12 cheesy Christmas jokes.
And then for later on, I have some odd Christmas traditions from around the world. That'll be fun, I think. We could do that later.
Why don't we do this like... again, this is kind of impromptu here. Do the first 5, and we'll play it like, I'll see if I can guess the punchline.
Okay, great.
I've been doing stand-up comedy for 3+ decades, and
You might have heard a bunch of these.
I have heard most of the jokes I think ever written. So
Okay.
we'll see if that holds now, unless these have just been written this week. Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, we'll see if I can
Okay.
guess these.
You can't see the screen,
I
can you?
cannot.
Okay. What do you call people who are afraid of Santa?
Claustrophobics?
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, wow. How about that? All right.
Okay. How did the reindeer learn to play piano?
Did all of the reindeer? Or just a reindeer?
The reindeer, which could be
Yeah.
plural or whatever.
Oh, that's misleading. That one I'm drawing a blank.
It's a singular reindeer. Does that help?
Not really. No.
Okay. He was elf taught.
So we have to go through 5 of these. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
hold
my
on.
own fault, John. I stepped right into this.
I gotta hold on. I gotta do something.
What?
You have to give me a minute. Well, I have to.
It's only live radio,
It's
darling. We don't have to
important.
really fill up any.
Well, we do. It's something I need to do for the jokes, so I can see if I can fool you. Okay. What do you call Frosty the Snowman in May?
Frosty the Snowman in May. A puddle.
Yeah, you got it. Okay.
How about that? All right.
Okay. What did the salt say to the pepper?
The salt say to the pepper. Well, it's not. I'm rubber and you're glue.
What?
What did the salt? I'm going to Africa and I'm white.
Oh my God!
I don't
no.
know.
Season's greetings.
Oh God. Yeah, we can just barely hear that. Thank God.
I like that one.
It sounds like he's just, something just ran over his foot. Is what that sounds like.
Okay, finish this sentence.
All right.
If you like Christmas so much,
Why don't you marry it?
yeah, gosh, all right.
Merry, I guess. Okay.
Where does Santa go swimming?
Where does Santa go swimming? He's an old guy, maybe Lake Placid. I don't know.
The North Pole.
The North. Oh, jeez. I didn't know these were this lame.
Okay. What do you call a kid who doesn't believe in Santa?
Jewish?
Oh my God, a rebel without a clause.
I like my answer better.
What do snowmen eat for breakfast?
Flakes?
Snowflakes. Yeah. Who tells the best Christmas jokes?
Not Amy.
Oh, stop. Who?
Who tells the best Christmas
Uh-huh.
jokes? Who tells the best Christmas jokes?
reindeer, they slay every time.
Are we at 5 yet?
What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Don't. Okay, frostbite. I could if anybody who's listening could see his face. I know it's about to not be safe for radio.
That was
his face is beet red too.
NSFR, yes.
Yeah, there we go. Not safe for radio.
Okay.
Why was Santa?
Let's.
No, I want to do a couple more. There's two more. Why was Santa's little helper depressed?
Why was he depressed? God, these are really cheesy.
He had low elf-esteem.
227-1360.
What do snowmen like to do on the weekend? Shut up. Chill out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It said they were the cheesiest Christmas jokes ever. I like the low elf-esteem.
I really didn't expect that to be true, at least to that degree. Okay, thank you for that offering.
They're fun. It's fun to be silly.
It is. Okay. Well, that's going to be hard to get over. We have some things that we have prepared. We're going to redo some things that we had done last week for your enjoyment. This week, we were talking about all kinds of Christmas events and family observances and all kinds of things. And I, being from Indiana, had a kind of a unique take on this. So what I did was I got in contact with one of my friends back home, and he actually recorded for us a tale about a redneck Indiana Christmas. So we'll let him tell this. It's entitled A Redneck Christmas Story.
And here we go.
Was the night before Christmas in our mobile home, and the snow out the window looked just like beer foam. The brats was a-sleepin', dreaming about what they got. I thought they was mine, but Ma tells me they're not. I was dreading this day. Ma just yells at me. I still got no job, ain't squat neath the tree. Ain't like I ain't tried since my most recent firing, but there ain't no bar in town that's currently hiring. Figured I'll just go to sleep at 1:15. I know that tomorrow ain't gonna be no fun. We'll go to my grandma's, the one with the house, and see disabled Billy and his girlfriend, the Souse. All the folks be talking about presents and stuff, and picking on me before I leave in the huff. And there's drinking and fighting and drinking some more. Last year, 4 cousins shot holes in her door. So, not looking forward to the day with them creeps. I just shut my eyeballs to get me some sleep. A few seconds later, I heard something hit hard. Thought maybe a big space rock come down in the yard. I hauled ass to the window and pulled back the sheet. Can't believe what I'm seeing twixt me and the street. Santa's sled was bent up, had reindeer and all. I knowed they was reindeer, got one on the wall. Then I seen Santa staggering around. He cussed a whole sentence, then up chucked on the ground. Ho ho, old dude says as they stumbled around. I sure wasn't prepared for them Santa Claus sound. He come up to the door and knocked really hard, while his reindeers was leaving some gifts in the yard. He asked me my name, and I said Bobby Steve. Figured if I told him he might up and leave. He just said okay and walked into my place. Looked awful dizzy. Guess air's thin out in space. He stumbled over to this scraggly old tree and started chunking stuff down. It was something to see. When he was unloaded, he spun round to go, missed a top step, did a faceplant in the snow. He hollered some cuss words and brushed himself off, climbed in his bent sled and headed aloft. He just missed my truck, kind of bounced off a tree, rode up in the sky making gestures at me. I went back in to see what he left behind. That big pile of stuff, it just blew my mind. I checked out the presents from that drunken old slob. Kids and Ma all got goodies. Sucker left me a job. Well, thank you. That's
very
Indiana.
adorable.
Yes, that's
gosh.
kind of what I recall from being the holiday splendor of Christmas.
That's delightful.
Yes.
Very enjoyable.
Thank you, Bobby Steve, for that delightful little tale of Christmas in Redneckville.
Insanity.
Yes. Now you are today. She was just going crazy, John, looking things up. She had all kinds of. The computer was just smoking and sparking and things. So she's got like tweets and all kinds of things. What kind of, and please no more of the cheesy jokes, but you said you had something else that you had found out there.
Yeah, I just wanted to do some Christmas traditions, some odd Christmas traditions.
Okay.
I did them at Easter as well.
That's right.
So I thought we'd go over a couple, and some of them people may know. One we actually have done on occasion. And it is, well, it's kind of in contention where it actually comes from, whether it's Spain or Germany. But it's actually a tradition where you hide a pickle on the Christmas tree.
Oh, it's German. Yeah.
And whoever, of course, we're German, so we say it's German.
It's
but
absolutely German.
The Spanish
Yes.
say it's from Spain. So
Spanish don't know pickles.
What? So you hide a pickle on the tree, and then whoever finds the pickle first gets an extra gift.
Well, see, our tradition was whoever found the pickle got to open the first
gift.
Yes.
Okay. So, but it's a pickle tradition.
Because from where I was from, it was hard times. There were no extra gifts.
Yeah, really.
If you got the pickle, that was your extra gift.
Yeah. You got to eat the pine tree.
And it carried over from Christmas to Christmas. It was not good.
We've done that before. Yeah. So now they do like a pickle ornament. It's not an actual pickle, which isn't really fun.
Amateurs.
I know. So the next one, this is kind of
That's
weird.
a Vlasic story.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever.
This is kind of weird and surprising. But in Japan, the traditional Christmas dinner and the most popular one is KFC. Well, they said
Kung Fu chicken.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. Oh my god. Oh wow.
Sorry, I'm white.
No, apparently, all day you'd be like, "I'm white." Just kidding. I'm white.
I'm white. Damn it.
I have to look up this woman's name because now it's going to drive me crazy.
Look it up after the show.
I will.
Crap.
No, well, apparently it came from the fact that there were a shortage of turkeys in Japan. Mm-hmm. So people started buying KFC chicken for Thanksgiving.
I thought that
Christmas
I
dinner.
thought the prevailing religion there was Shinto.
I didn't think it was Christian, but I don't know. But apparently,
Shinto ho ho.
and we'll get to this later. A lot of people celebrate Christmas who are not Christian. So
Yes, that is true. They could go to church all they want, but they're.
oh my gosh. Okay, so the next one, this is interesting. In Greenland, they have something called Kiviak, and I apologize if you're Greenlandish or Greenlandian or whatever it is. And I'm not saying that properly, but I think it's Kiviak.
Hope I don't get AIDS. I'm Greenlandish. It's okay.
Yeah. Apparently, what they do to make Kiviak is they take 500 whole auks, and an auk is like what? Am I saying that wrong? Why are you laughing?
Just sounds weird.
Auks.
Can I have 500 auks?
Oh. No, and I've seen these auks because
it's a British hawk.
yeah, really. Auk. If I'm not,
You're pronouncing it just fine.
could
There's 3 letters. Come on.
I know I could possibly be mistaken, but I've watched this show about Alaska and the wilderness and people catching their own food, and I think these are the same birds that they nest on cliffs. And they're very, very small birds, and they catch them, and then this is what they do with them. So they take the whole auk, the feathers, the beaks, the innards, everything, okay? And they put it in a seal skin, and then they sew it up and grease it, and they let it sit for a few months, and it ferments. And then they cut open the seal skin and dig in. And they did this in Alaska as well, too.
And by the odor, you always know if you're going awkward.
Oh my gosh. But seriously, like,
Hey, I got nothing over here, all right?
I know I eat weird stuff too,
You do.
but you put a whole bird with the feathers and the beak and the guts in a dead seal skin and grease it up and let it ferment for 3 months. How could that possibly taste good? I don't understand that.
Have you ever gone into any type of restaurant, from 1 to 5 stars, or no stars for that matter, and ever seen Eskimo delicacies on the menu?
No.
That's why.
Yeah, that's
They're
just,
not really known for their cuisine.
I don't know. Well, this is from Greenland. So,
well, they're the same.
But
close enough.
that's just a little. I try to have an open mind. That's insanity to me. But anyway,
The people live up around the Arctic Circle. They just pretty much,
do what they
if they
gotta
can
do.
find it, they'll eat it.
they'll eat
Yes,
it.
right.
So
Look, I found a dead bird and a dead seal.
let's mix them up together and let them sit for 3 months.
Just like my mama used to make.
But honey, I don't want to wait 3 months to eat the dead seal skin and the dead bird with the feathers on it.
Well, here, have some KFC to hold you over.
Oh yeah, but honey, it's
Same
totally
stuff.
worth the wait. It's so
Yes.
much better when it's fermented and old and rotten.
God, I'm hungry now.
For the next one, well, this will take your hunger away.
He's like, that didn't. Okay.
In Catalonia, Spain, they have something called and I apologize again if you're Catalonian.
Why don't you research this?
If you're Catalonian-ish,
Catalina? Catalina?
I don't think it's Catalina.
Catalinan?
Catalonian.
Whatever.
It's not Catalonian.
I don't
Whatever.
know. I'm just thinking about the car.
It's called a Cajunner. And it's very common to give these as gifts. And apparently they're actually statues of people with their pants pulled down and their buttocks exposed taking a dump. I'm not even kidding you. This is a real tradition in Catalonia. It is. And you buy these little statues. They're look like little gnome men with their pants pulled down, and there's a picture, if it's a statue, there's little
There's effluvium.
curves.
Yes. So
Why would that become a tradition? I don't.
Before we ask that question, let me ask this one. Mm-hmm. When you came upon this today, what possessed you to think that was going to be a valuable addition to the documentary?
That's the whole point. It's supposed to be odd.
But do we have limits to
odd Christmas traditions from around the world?
Okay.
I mean, this is not one person doing this. This is the northern region of Spain participating in this activity. It's legitimate.
So what do you stand up and you hold your little statue? I'd like to thank Proctology and the Academy.
It's crazy. So the next one, which I know you'll enjoy, is from Iceland. And apparently they have...
Tell me these are going to get better.
No, this is...
No, okay.
I wish everybody could see a picture of this thing because it's really nasty looking.
Well, go ahead and show it. We're on the radio.
It's a Yule cat. Yule, Y-U-L-E, cat. Yule cat.
Yule cat.
And it's this nasty... It looks like Old Yeller if he were a cat, after he got infected.
Like Bill the cat, kind of.
Okay, sure.
Oh, she doesn't know who Bill the cat... Do you know who Bill the cat is?
I don't know who Bill the Cat
See,
is.
there you go.
Oh, God. Mm-hmm. But she can find statues with poop.
You're old. So this Yule cat is supposed to scare the kids into the Yule cat will come get you if you're bad. And if you have dirty clothes on, you have to wear clean clothes, or the Yule cat will come get you. But this thing's nasty looking. It's like people have statues in their houses. So the next one,
That's like to see. No, to keep me in line. There's the MILF on the shelf.
a MILF on the shelf.
Yes.
Oh, please. So in Iran, apparently the large Christian population there burns a pile of thorns for good luck. Then the people who aren't Christians burn piles of Christians for good luck. So it's kind of a give and take in Iran.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I okay.
Throw
just
another infidel on the fire. Yeah.
before someone starts a tweet war, hashtag
Hey, we don't know anything. We're white.
death to Amy or something.
That's probably
That second part I made up. It was just a joke. They don't burn Christians, but the Christians do burn
Only in
piles of
effigy.
thorns
Yes.
outside of their house.
Yes. All right.
So, and in
when
Norway,
they're feeling thorny.
oh my gosh, seriously, in Norway, the mothers of the house hide brooms because they believe witches come to visit if you don't hide your brooms. Which Doc has.
I used to do that when my mother-in-law was coming,
Yeah,
so
there
she
you
couldn't
go.
make a fast getaway.
See.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now this is the last one. This will really warm your heart. I mean, this is so sweet, and it's right along the tweets with the AIDS in Africa and stuff like that. It's right along that lines. In the Netherlands, they believe Santa Claus. They call him Sinterklaas. Okay, and they believe he comes in on a steamship, not on. No, I'm not even kidding you. Yeah, exactly. Not even on.
Well, but that's a real load on the roof, isn't it?
Yeah, not on a sleigh. So along with Sinterklaas comes Zwarte Piet, and Zwarte Piet is Sinterklaas's black slave.
They call me Zwarte Piet. I'm here with the Cuban beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And he's his black slave. So apparently, but the worst thing is they still do this. But now instead of telling the children he's a black slave, they say he's a chimney sweep, and that's why his face is black, and that makes it okay.
So if you'd like to call into the last Doc and Amy show, the final episode.
The whole point is this is ridiculous. This is insane that they do this. I mean, take a step back and realize that this is crazy. Like, what?
Yeah, who sweeps chimneys anymore?
And some traditions are stupid. Like, it's okay to stop.
Like believing that a rabbit comes around in the morning before you get up and lays
that
eggs in the
doesn't
yard.
Hurt anybody?
It hurts me. I gotta crawl around under
crazy.
bushes and cars and hide these stupid little plastic eggs.
Santa has a black slave with him? I mean, seriously, people, it's the 21st century. Like, come up with a new tradition or something.
How about he's a plucky sidekick?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay,
Whatever.
yeah. Something, Come on, you can do better than that. That's just crazy. I told you that was that was nuts.
For those of you keeping track at home, my pop filter just fell apart, so you'll be hearing
filter.
all the P's and Q's. So what we would do now is we're going to take a short break for those who like to sponsor the show. Thank you. And you can listen to what they have to say or we have to say about them. And we will be back very shortly. Hey, everybody. This is Doc of the Doc and Amy Show. I just wanted to let you in on a secret of mine. CPS Computers. They've been serving the area's computer needs for over 8 years now, and when it comes to computers, they can help you out too. They have a wide variety of new PCs and laptops to choose from. They do free diagnostics, and they can repair your broken machine for you. That's CPS Computers. They're at 722 Mantua Pike at the Heights Plaza in Woodbury Heights, and they're between the Subway and the Dollar Tree. Visit them or call 856-251-1007. That's 251-1007. And be sure to tell them Doc and Amy sent you. Hey, if you'd like to be a guest on the Doc and Amy Show and exhibit your talent, let us know about it at www.thedocandamyshow.com right there on the World Wide Web. That's thedocandamyshow.com. If you're an up-and-coming performer, if you have some kind of talent you'd like to showcase on our program, we'd love to have you. Just let us know. www.thedocandamyshow.com. You could be our next star. Okay, then in addition, our friends at CPS Computers wanted me to tell you that they have a second location in Cinnaminson at 1204 Route 130 in suite number 4. We still have time to get all that Christmas shopping done, all your computer needs. They will also, at that location, do free diagnostics for you and help you out with your computer. That's in Cinnaminson. You can call them 856-829-8300. That's 829-8300 CPS for your Christmas and year-round computer needs. Now, we want to welcome you back to the final episode of the Doc and Amy Show that we've offended everyone. You can call us and help us offend folks if you'd like. 856-227-1360. We'd love to hear from you. It's Christmas time. We're trying to pack in some Christmas-themed things, and you're certainly welcome to share Christmas stories with us as well.
Are you done your shopping?
Yes, I'm just not done with the installing.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got a remote start kit for... a remote start for my car for Christmas from Doc. He gave it to me already because yesterday was so warm he wanted to put it in my car.
Yes.
He's looking at the weather and I'm like, he's like, I got to decide if I'm going to give you your gift early. I'm going to if it's going to be warm. And I'm like, well, what is he getting me that... And here...
A snowball.
You wanted to install it, which
Yeah.
the best gift ever really is.
Well, and here's the thing, and I've seen this a lot with things that I've purchased for installation like that, always, any kind of technical gear. The aftermarket folks, they're the little gnomes that put these together in these Southeast Asia factories. give you a guide and say, look for this color wire and that color wire, and they don't exist. So
No.
I have to go through with my meter and my probes and things like that to find the circuitry that I need. So it took a little extra time. Got a little rained out this morning.
Yeah.
So
It's almost done.
Oh yeah, all I have to do is
Can't wait.
Yeah, I had to run a wire, John, from the brake light all the way in the back of the car, through up around under the seats, through the molding, all the way up under the dash. I had the whole dash off yesterday, and to get one input to make this thing work. So
There wasn't that much cursing though, which was kind of
well, I
surprising.
was a ways from the house. I kept it down.
Usually I could still hear you though.
Yeah, it's only
Slamming,
100 yards.
Stuff flying. I'll see out the corner of my eye from the window. There's stuff flying. No, you were actually pretty.
Well, it's fairly. The problem is, they tell you to use these certain circuits as inputs, and they aren't. They're in. You have to take the steering column apart and go and cut these harnesses open, and the wire's like a 90 gauge wire. It's like tiny, and I wasn't going to do that. So I pulled the whole fuse box out and went into the back to the circuits there. So we'll see if that doesn't help a little bit.
We'll see.
So that was
Hopefully the car starts tomorrow.
delightful story. Hopefully
Yeah,
I didn't
there we go.
offend any mechanics or anything.
I have and I don't know how funny this is, but I thought it was interesting.
I'll tell you.
It's basically a little story on how Americans celebrate Christmas. This is according to statistics, and I know how you feel about statistics. It was based on Pew Research. It was
Whose results stink. Yes, go ahead.
pew pew. They conducted a study from December 3rd to the 8th of a little over 2,000 adults. Not a huge sample size, but good enough. So apparently 92% of Americans celebrate Christmas. Among those who celebrate Christmas, nearly a third say Christmas is more of a cultural holiday than a religious holiday. So 51% said it was a religious holiday, and everybody else said it was either both or other for them.
Pagans.
So, yeah. And the older you are, the more likely you are to celebrate Christmas as
a
a
spiritual
religious
holiday.
holiday
Yes.
versus.
Because we know what it actually is.
Okay.
Yes.
And then people did more to celebrate Christmas when they were kids, which I think is interesting. So, for instance, now most people attend a gathering of extended family on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. That's still the same. People buy gifts. However, 92% of people put up a Christmas tree when they were children, and only 79% do now.
You know why?
Why?
Because when you're a kid, somebody else does it.
Right, exactly.
When you grow up, it's got to be you, and
Exactly.
people are pretty lazy.
Now, here's
if
another-
if they could get a 3D printer to just print it
Yeah,
over in the corner,
then
they
they
would
would.
probably do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another one is send Christmas or holiday cards. When they were kids, 81% said they did, which I would assume means more that their parents did or whatever. And now only 65% do. And I will say that I get the cards printed with the kids' pictures and all that stuff, much to your disdain.
They're pretty scary.
Yeah, stop. But I do send out cards, but I don't send out nearly as many as I used to.
So here's the deal, John, and we apologize that you haven't gotten your card yet. The boys, the young boys, on the card there are two photographs of them, and one of them they're holding guns.
And I was really he loves
That's the
it.
redneck part of Christmas that we did.
Well, and it was on vacation when we did that whole San Antonio shooting experience. They were clearly like old-fashioned rifles. They were dressed up as cowboys. It's not like they're holding guns at the shooting range or they're like
AK-47s
doing a
in
drive-by or
Beirut, yeah.
something.
Well, we have time for that.
I was really hesitant to put that picture on the card, but they look so cool in that picture. I decided to do it because I only send cards to people who know me very well. It's not like I'm sending it to coworkers or extended family or something. They know I'm not a redneck and I'm not having my kids, randomly out shooting guns. And
Have
stuff
a Merry
like that.
Christmas or we'll bust a cap in your head.
This was a controlled experience. Everybody who I sent cards to knew what happened. They knew where we went. So I did
They know
put it
they're
on
hoodlums.
there. Yeah, I was really like up in the air about it. And then I'm like, anyone I'm sending cards to, they know who I am. They know what I'm about. They're not going to think I'm some crazy redneck. So anyway,
I, however, was cut out of the picture.
I did
holding
cut
that.
him out. Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Yes,
Put the
apparently
kids
in
on
this
there.
family, it's illegal to send pictures of adults or put them on a calendar or anything. I don't understand it.
Oh, shush. So here's another one. Now, there isn't much of a difference, and I kind of think people lie a little bit. This is just my opinion. So, the 66% of people say they gave homemade gifts, such as baked goods or crafts, when they were children, and 58% do now.
Okay.
I don't believe it's 58%.
Okay.
I would say that half the people I know do not give homemade gifts. Now,
Oh, you mean they're
I-
store-bought cookies and things? Is that what you're getting at here?
well, that you make a gift to give to somebody, whether you bake them cookies or you make candy or you bake a bread. Or what I did was this year I made, hopefully none of my family's listening right now.
What are
I
the
actually
odds?
made Christmas ornaments with pictures of all the kids, and I made my own ornament. I'm not going to go into how I did it, but I actually, it's pretty cool looking. Because I usually buy them and have the kid, like, say, love with my kids' names every year. So everybody has an ornament every year for my kids to put on their tree. Because I like to get the godparents and the aunts and uncles something from the kids, but I don't want to go buy them something.
Yeah.
I want it to be, thoughtful. So this year I actually made the ornaments. So I did do that. And typically I, bake cookies and give them away as gifts. And actually, the kids and I are going to make something tomorrow night to give away to a couple people, which I'm not going to say in case they're listening right now. But
I think I'm going to take a hint from the Catalonians.
yeah.
Yeah, I think, it'd be so easy to do the dump thing. I mean, just to make it more authentic, and Sting had a little statue. Mm-hmm. I could just, go right up to their doorstep and just deliver my gift
That's
myself.
delightful.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really
call
great.
it a Caganer or Cajuner or whatever. It's,
Yeah, I that's just literally crazy,
Thank you for that.
insane to me.
Thank
Who
you
would
for that.
ever think of that? I understand even this the fermenting birds. I can understand how that would become a tradition,
it's like kimchi with the
or even the
feathers.
KFC. But giving people statues of gnomes taking a dump, why would that ever be a Christmas tradition? I don't understand that.
I don't know. Maybe during the Christmas travel rush, Travelocity could pick up on that. And is it Travelocity with the gnome? It's all over the
Yes,
planet.
it is.
Yes. So there you
Yes.
go.
And then I just want to go over one more.
That would be fun.
Here.
I'll
It's
be over
fu-
here if you need me.
Okay. No, as far as Christmas traditions, I think this is interesting. 36% of people said they went caroling when they were young, and only 16% do it now.
Right.
Now, let me ask you this. Did you ever go caroling when you were younger?
Well, we did a couple of houses when the shooting started. We kind of scattered.
Oh, my gosh. I would go caroling when I was younger.
We went caroling,
A
but
bunch
Carol
of
didn't
my
care
friends,
for it. Really.
maybe cousins, my siblings, and we'd practice a little bit and sing some songs, and then we'd go door to door in the neighborhood and carol. We were only allowed to go to the neighbors that we knew or had been there a long time, but some people you could see were uncomfortable when we did it. They really weren't interested, in which case we just sing like half a song and I kind of signal them and we'd leave. Some people got really into it and they'd bring us out hot cocoa and cookies. Some people would try to give us money, which we wouldn't take it. But I remember doing that
then
as
you
a
have to
kid.
be, then you're a union scab.
Yeah, I know. But I can't even remember the last time I heard anyone came caroling at our door, or I heard of anybody going caroling. It's sad. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Well, just if you're listening out there, and one of our neighbors, and you want to come by and carol, just remember that I have just cleaned all of my weapons, and I have full clips for everyone.
Whatever. Oh my gosh. Now you can probably relate to this. They ask people, what do you most look forward to at Christmas? And if they had asked you this maybe 6-7 years ago, 69% said time with friends and family. So you probably wouldn't have been in that.
No,
69%.
No, I would have been in the 31% that said, I vaguely remember the 24th, and I picked back up again on the 26th.
And apparently, they surveyed people, and most people do not mind shopping in the crowds at Christmas.
Lunatics.
Yeah, I despise it.
I do too.
I went to a store shopping twice, and that was in the last week. For stocking stuffers, I went to 2 different stores. One's around the corner from the house. I went nowhere near a mall. I didn't go to any stores. I bought everything online. I don't like the crowds. I don't like having to go from store to store. It doesn't bother people apparently.
In keeping with that, we know that nowadays it's become a new and John, I don't remember, I don't know how much you remember about Christmases past. You're a young guy. Now everything is online. Everything is ordered online. We actually, some of the services that deliver to the house, some are, you have good experiences with that. It's been okay this year. Sometimes things go a little bit awry when things are delivered to the house. It doesn't always work out as it should. We actually have intercepted a telephone call from UPS's answering machine with something of a complaint. We aired this.
Played it last week.
We aired this last. Thank you, darling. Jesus. In keeping with the holiday spirit, Jesus. We did air this last week. We let you, and we're going to do it again, just because it's our last show before Christmas, and why waste it?
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, all kinds of folks, and we know that it doesn't always go smoothly.
No.
So we did a little investigation, and just at random, we decided to pull a message from UPS, their answering machine, some of the feedback that they have gotten this Christmas. So here is a random call into UPS from their answering machine.
Hi, this is Mindy from Crimson Gorge, California. I know that this is a hectic time of year and that the weather has been lousy, but as with every Christmas season, when the UPS man comes, I'm left with a bad taste in my mouth. Yesterday, it was raining. I see the UPS guy pulling up, and next thing you know, I have a wet box. I was expecting him to bring me what I wanted in the afternoon, but as usual, he came early, leaving me with a big wet box. He comes to my door for just a few seconds. I hardly knew he was there. Then I see him pulling out, and I'm left with nothing but a big wet box. I was like, oh God, my box is so wet. Once again, I was left to handle my big wet box all by myself. It's hard to find a place to sit my big wet box. It seems like no matter where I put it, there's always something that's going to penetrate my big wet box. You'd think for safety's sake, he learned to wrap his package before he came. It seems like this time of the month, I always have to contend with things falling out of my big wet box. It seems like there's never enough packaging tape to hold the flaps in. I always end up in a hairy situation. God forbid I want to give a fresh, clean box to someone. The UPS man comes, and all I'm left is with a sloppy, wet box. Also, when my box gets wet, there's a disturbing odor. Have you ever put your face near a big wet box? It's disgusting, trust me. My husband, the good Samaritan that he is always going to the neighbors to try to help her with her big wet box. Now, I have a big wet box. I have a suggestion. In order to make my box appear a little neater, maybe waxing my big wet box would keep it from getting so wet and sloppy. If you can't do any of the above, can't he just go around back and put his package there where it's drier? After all, your slogan is, what can Brown do for you? I would appreciate any input. TTYL, Mindy, Crimson Gorge.
Okay, well, there you go. That's a. Thank you. Just give it a rest. That is some input from a complaint about the holiday. I know everything is supposed to be happy and merry and so forth. Things do go wrong. We just kind of wanted to present the other side of the coin there, so to speak. So there you go. Thank you, Mindy.
I have nothing to say.
Well, wow, it's about time. I haven't started a sentence yet. Maybe that's why. So anyway, so do you have any more of these crazy, whatever they were, these traditions that?
No, I did all the traditions,
good.
but I
Okay.
have a couple little things. How you know you're obsessed with Christmas.
How you know you're obsessed with Christmas? Okay.
Now, do you think I think I'm pretty level-headed about Christmas? What do you think? Oh God, should I ask?
I would have to say, in the grand scheme of things, yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
No, I just try to get all the consumerism stuff out of the way so we can do the fun stuff. Now, last night...
Yeah, so that we can celebrate the spiritual part of it that
yes,
we never
exactly.
do. Right.
Last night, every year, we like to go looking at Christmas lights. So last year, we went out looking for Christmas lights, okay? And we stopped to get ice cream, which was a first because it's never warm enough to get ice cream.
Well, and if anyone's listening outside, the immediate area, yesterday we had temperatures way up there, close
Yeah.
to 70 degrees,
Yep.
and we're out in T-shirts looking at Christmas lights.
And I'm like, we're going for ice cream.
I don't understand now, John. I don't know if this is something that you have ever gotten involved in. Of all the technological miracles that we witness every day, the internet, the growing of eyeball cells in a petri dish, those kinds of things, the cloning, I don't understand why I have to get in the car and go out and observe this modern miracle of incandescent light.
Because it's fun.
It's boring.
Oh, shush.
Strings of lights, big deal. I can look right up here. See that fluorescent thing? It's like magic.
That's not the same as Christmas lights.
It is to me.
Jeez. So, this is 23 signs you're obsessed with Christmas. Now,
I have to add, though. I want to interrupt you
Okay.
for once. That I was excited. Something that what I like to see is on Christmas to kind of preserve the spirit of the holiday, seeing it that it is a spiritual holiday. It's a religious observance. It's and I was hoping to see more nativity scenes.
we didn't see too many.
No, we didn't. And the ones, it's New Jersey. And the ones that were there, that were incomplete at any one time, there were only 2 wise men and no sheep.
Wonder why that is.
Hey, a lot of rednecks around here.
There we go. Now, as much as I'd say, this is a list of things, that mean you're obsessed with Christmas. And it's
Okay.
Some of it's obvious. Anything you make is reindeer themed. You keep a Christmas playlist up year round, which
A Christmas like the song.
playlist like on your MP3 player. And the song sample they have is "All I Want for Christmas Is You" by Mariah Carey.
Oh, gee, that was wore me out.
That's
first year
the
it came out.
Christmas theme of my nightmares. Is the Mariah Carey? For some reason, it's not that I dislike her. I can't stand listening to her on her Christmas album.
I like
to kill
that
her.
one, Santa Baby. I like that one.
But what I have to say is that now that Christmas, it's the appropriate time to have Christmas things out in the store, and they have been out since pre-Halloween. I'm seeing Easter and Valentine's Day things out in the store. Now, people.
I heard a guy leave a store the other day, and he looked at the lady behind the counter and wished her a happy Easter.
What?
He did. I don't know why. Maybe apparently he's not really very religious. Doesn't keep up on the significance of the timely nature of the holidays. But he actually said that. So I just
Wow.
Yeah. So when I left, I wished her a happy Easter too.
Well,
Whatever.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that we need to play a cool, fun Christmas song.
Yes. And is this Mr. Drew?
Mr. Drew?
This is
Mr.
Drew Jacobs. Yes, he was with us a week ago, and he has delighted us in the past with some of his offerings. This is his brand new Christmas offering that he was so gracious to let us share on the show. We'd like to do it again. It's a little item that is entitled Strip Club Christmas Eve. And let's just have some of that.
Let's have some of it.
Lights are flashing red and green as shoppers all dash through the streets. Holly and Ivy do the Christmas pole dance at the strip club Christmas Eve. That's right. Come celebrate the most holy of nights. Free hors d'oeuvres and the drinks are half price. Rudolph the bouncer says come see the show at the strip club Christmas Eve. The guy in the Santa suit gets a lap dance. The waitress walks by, she's not wearing pants. Stockings are hung all over the chairs at the strip club Christmas Eve. Here we go now. The strippers on duty are our skeleton crew. Half the girls are at home with their kids. Christmas gifts bought with crumpled up singles. They wonder whose child is this. On Dasher, on Dancer, on Donna, you vixen, Tiffany, Crystal, show us some skin. What a combination of naughty and nice at the strip club Christmas Eve. From their Santa Claus hats to their mistletoe rings, they're jingling their bells and other nice things. All through the house, all the joy that they bring to the strip club Christmas Eve. The strippers on duty are our skeleton crew. Half the girls are at home with their kids. No visions of sugar plums dancing around here. These visions are dancing for tips. It was the night before Christmas, and all through the club, shouts of last call, boys. Come on now, drink up. And as the jolly old DJ turns on the lights, he says, Merry Christmas to all. Now go home to your wives. Strip club, Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas!
That was
Alrighty.
very delightful, our friend Drew Jacobs.
That's
Thank you for that.
a very catchy song.
That's easy.
I really like that
he's
song.
full of catchy stuff. And you can catch that. You can go to our website, www.thedocanamyshow.com. There is a link to Drew Jacobs' website, as there is to Todd Chappelle's website, and many of the other friends of the show. That you can link right to their samples of music. There are all kinds of friends of the show, too, all over the country. You can take a look, and Santa Claus is at the very bottom of the list. So there's a link to Santa Claus's website on our website, and you can go and check out Santa Claus.
And you can buy this song of Drew's on Amazon as well, which I did. I did purchase it on Amazon. I did. I like it. I like the song.
That's and you have a free copy. That's very, that was delightful.
Well, it's the point. I wanted to buy his music. And I really like how he, even though it's called Strip Club Christmas, he kept it clean. I really like it. It was very clever, and I appreciate that. So,
well, and this is, we're coming to a close for the Doc and Amy Show's last Christmas show of this Christmas season. We want to thank you if you were listening and playing along with us. Certainly you can always call us and be a part of this show. We'd like you to visit our website, www.thedocandamyshow.com. The contest, all of the links, everything is right there for you. Our pictures are there as well, so that's an upside. You can tweet us. I'm not even going to go into that. But we do want to wish everyone a happy holiday
Merry
season.
Christmas.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, next week we will be here at 5 o'clock trying to get over Christmas and gear up for New Year's.
Yep.
So be prepared for that. Next week you can call in and give us some of your what's left over holiday cheer and your pre-New Year's stories that may be from New Year's past. We'll be delighted with that. Certainly, we want to make sure that everybody has a safe and happy holidays. So please be careful out there. Enjoy your holidays. Hope you get lots of presents. And what we'd like to do now is close with our friend Todd Chappelle and a special Christmas wish for those of you in this specific area, and to everyone, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
I'll be home for Christmas. Yous can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and parking on the street. Christmas Eve will find me down at the Acme. I'll be home for Christmas if you fire Andy Reid. Merry Christmas, Philadelphia.
This is 1360 AM. WNJC, Washington Township, Philadelphia.